Hey guys, Scott Abernathy here, Property Management Inc. PMI Professionals. You know, I woke up this morning and I was thinking about Dorothy Gale. Now, for those of you who that name is not very familiar to you, well, you probably only know her as Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. Gale, by the way, was a play on words, you know, wind, gale, haha. Anyway, I digress. So, what I was thinking about was her words when she clicked the heels of those beautiful red slippers together. She clicked the heels together, and what did she say? Come on, say it with me. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. And you know what? She's right about that. But let's be honest with ourselves. She was going to Podunk, Kansas. I mean, it didn't even have a name. How good could it possibly have been? Now, it's probably great for a little girl who just couldn't wait to get back to her aunt and uncle, but what if Dorothy was a real estate investor? What would she have said then? I believe she would have been a lot more thoughtful. She would have stood there, closed her eyes, clicked her heels together and said, there's no place like Nashville. There's no place like Nashville. And then she would have called Auntie M long distance after her earning her first million. Okay, I readily admit, all cards on the table, I am from Nashville, Tennessee. It is my home, and I'm very proud of it. I have seen it grow from a little nothing town that was nothing but country music, and back in those days it might as well have been called breakup music, to what it is today. Today it is the designation IT city. I mean, it is the place to go. It's an interesting fact that Nashville is the largest destination for bachelorette parties. That's right, bachelorette parties. Why would that be, you ask? Well, Nashville is large enough to have pretty much everything you want to have a good time, but small enough to not be overwhelming and also safe. So yeah, it's very attractive to those folks. There's no doubt about that. So I know what you're thinking. Music City, USA. Yeah, right. We ain't nothing but a bunch of urban rednecks sitting around picking banjos and playing country music. Well, okay, as delightful as that sounds, it's not exactly accurate. Yes, there's a lot of country music here, which I'm grateful for. I'm a country music fan. But the reality is a large percentage of all music in this country is recorded right here in Nashville. That's right, all music, not just country music. Like for instance, after World War II, back in the 50s, it was Elvis Presley, up to now where we're recording, you know, Pitbull and Kesha. It's all kinds of music, and the best part about it is all this music is live on display all over town. I mean, you can't go anywhere without a live band playing somewhere, and the best part about that is they're all good. I invite you to come to Nashville and check it out for yourself. You'll love it. So, continuing on with this theme, so what makes Nashville so good? What makes it great? There's other industry than just music in Nashville. The primary industries we have here is like auto manufacturing. Yes, we manufacture a lot of automobiles in the Middle Tennessee area. As a matter of fact, some folks have been calling us the Detroit of the South. And the best part about that is you get all the benefits of living in Detroit, but you don't have to live in Detroit. So yes, auto manufacturing is a big one here. And also, we also have, you know, healthcare management is a big industry here as well. Printing and publishing. Tourism is a big industry here. Utilities and transportation. Now, what makes this attractive to businesses, though, a lot of combination of factors. Well, for starters, our community is full of a great culture of polite and helpful people. By and large, everybody is polite and helpful, and that helps an awful lot. And it's more than just that. Transportation is a big issue also. We are within a 24-hour drive of 75% of the population of the United States. Now that makes it easy for industry to get their products in and out of our area. It doesn't hurt any also that we have no state income tax in Tennessee, that the state of Tennessee balances its budget every year and still manages to take care of its citizens. You know, Think Realty magazine in its July 2018 edition came out and published Nashville in its top 20 places to, I quote, be a potential place for a landlord paradise. Now what they mean by that is the best returns for a possible landlord. We ranked in the top 20 of those numbers. And here's some things that they like the best about it. Like, for instance, our job growth rate is 2.4%. Our average sales price of a house is $283,000, and then our population growth, which is 6%. They ranked us up there with fantastic exotic destination cities like Naples, Florida, and San Diego, California, along with other IT cities like Denver, Colorado, and Austin, Texas. What can I say? It's a great place to be. The author further went on to say, to finish his article out, he further went on to say, and I quote, "Nashville is the best bet of the bunch," end quote. It's hard to beat a place just like Nashville. Now, don't get me wrong. I have been a Nashville investor for a long time. And yes, I've seen prices go up and down, and prices are up now. There's no doubt prices are up. And I've looked at other markets as well. I've looked at Memphis. I've looked at, well, other IT cities as well, Denver and Austin, et cetera. And there are probably other, good, cash flow plays. There are probably other, cap rate plays. But I just don't see anything beating the appreciation play that you're going to get right here in Nashville. Appreciation, by the way, is what I believe is where wealth is generated. So I've retreated back to Nashville, back to my home, where it's at. For those of you who don't know Nashville very well and are not familiar with it, let me give you a few details on Nashville. The Nashville Metropolitan Service Area consists of 7 counties. It's a total population of about 1.8 million. Davidson County, where I'm at right now, is the home of the state capital and where metropolitan Nashville actually is. The largest county outside of Davidson County, by far, is Rutherford County with about 300,000 people. The fastest growing county in Middle Tennessee would be Williamson County, just south of Nashville. And its growth rate is fantastic. It's a little over 10%. But that's followed very closely by Rutherford County, which growth rate is 9.26%. You just listen to these statistics and you can't help but say to yourself, wow, that's a great place to invest. No doubt about that. So that's Nashville in a nutshell. I think you'll agree with me, Music City, USA quite possibly could be a great place for you or your investors or yourself to invest in real estate. So I've been investing in the Nashville market, either in or around Nashville, since 1989. And I've watched my personal fortunes grow along with the city. It's been a fantastic place to be. I'm standing outside the state capitol right now, which, by the way, is one of the oldest buildings for a state capitol in the United States. And it's just a wonderful place to be, by and large. Like I mentioned before, there may be some other plays to make, but Nashville has an opportunity for any real estate investor. Whether you're flipping, if it's commercial property, large multifamily, buy and hold investor like myself, I mean, there's an opportunity for any investor, any real estate investor that might want to participate in it. So, I agree with Dorothy's remarkable quote, "There's no place like home, as long as home is Nashville." Happy landlording.